Welcome to DCL Talk Show. You are listening DCL Radio. Before I get into today's show, we are going to do today is first we will do prediction and then get into the games with little analysis on what happened last. Get into the predictions. I just would like to say a few words. We had a wonderful start last weekend with actually scheduled games are 15. Only one we could not play because of bad pitch. Otherwise, all 13 games. Played with great spirit. Thanks to all captains and the committee for working really well. And we had a lot of issues, a lot of discussions about cancellations and asking the teams to um, play again. There was discussion, and then there were a lot of issues with the availability of umpires. Sending umpires. Not I don't say availability, sending umpires. Apart from this, I just would like to say a few words about our committee. Okay, this year we have all new faces in the committee except me and Padip. Padip is been with the past 2 years, and I'm like I finished what more than a decade, 12 plus years. So all these new guys, say last 4 5 years, uh, the energy within the committee was not that great, and so we have a flow of system, and we are going through that system. That's all. We are executing everything, and we have wonderful captains, so we never had any glitches with respect to cricket and Detroit Cricket League. But this year we have a lot of energy. The energy, everybody has a different strength, and they are using their strength to improve this league. I can give some names like Pardev is working actively on social media to promote DCL, which we never used to do before, but he is doing it regularly. Satish Gaba is reading every document and um, correcting it as and when required, and he's available, readily available to answer anything. If I ask him to write this document, he's ready there, right there, and he's ready to give any kind of inputs that improves this league. And Maulik Patel, financials, and he worked so hard. I can tell, already he brought in close to $3,000 as sponsorship into DCL. And KK, you know, KK is the most enthusiastic guy within our group, young guy, dynamic guy. So he is uh, completely dedicated himself to our website, clubs, and uh, uh, which is integrated to our Detroit Cricket League.org. And anything that you ask about that one, he'll take you there. And unfortunately, we had two other guys in two more. Say Vijay, sorry, Vijay. He is working diligently, and he is looking for the best grounds. He is looking for grounds that are going to be very close to a central area, unlike before. So he's working day and night on that one. So that's a great. You guys will see that's going to be a great improvement. These are all the great improvements in DCL. And there are two more guys who joined, but unfortunately they left the committee. One is Vijay Rudram Raju of Indus, and the other guys is Shiva from Cover Drive Cricket Club. So they both joined, but unfortunately they left because of some personal commitments, is what I'm thinking. And with that, I'll quickly get into. I'll welcome our analyst, regular analyst, Imti. Welcome to the show, Imti.
Thank you, Jagan. I would like to welcome all our listeners to yet another season of DCL 2023. And I would also like to proudly say that this is the OG show of DCL analysis. So, uh, all our listeners wait for this show and uh, uh, encourage us year in, year out. So, thanks to all our listeners again. Welcome to this brand new season, new committee. We have new teams in this season. So, everything new. We are already seeing some of the results of the enthusiasm in the committee, and the way of operation has changed a little bit. So we're all seeing that. So excited to be here, and also if anybody of you have started streaming earlier, we are so excited that we already started the streaming well before the time. So Uh, all that being said, glad to be back on the show, and welcome to my co-host and fellow analyst, and welcome to all our listeners once again. A lot of exciting stuff for this season. Looking forward to it.
Welcome to the show, Dinesh.
Oh, thank you so much. Hello, MT. Hello, listeners. Yeah, absolutely. Like the new committee, new uh, season. Looking forward to a wonderful show throughout this year. And I think it pretty much started from DCL night, the great work of committee, Vijay Shanmugam, KK, and Satish Gaba and Maulik Patel, all of you guys, including Jagan. Great. Congrats. Looking forward to a wonderful season, both at DCL Radio and the DCL League itself.
Before I get into our predictions, um, so I would like to say personally apologies to you, Dinesh.
Oh,
Um, I forgot to recognize you in DCL night. You helped a lot last year in the finals,
sure.
um, especially with the arrangements for our commentary, all that stuff. And you were there with me from the beginning to the end. After
Yeah.
everybody left, we were carrying all the luggage
Chairs
into
and
the
tables.
car. So I'm really sorry. I,
No, it's
I
okay.
I don't know how I forgot you. Okay.
No
And
problem.
I had you listed in that one somewhere because in the last minute I'm completely messed up everything and I missed your name. So
No,
I'm
no problem.
really sorry, but
No
definitely
problem.
committee. I informed this to committee members, and they were also very apologetic, and definitely next DCL night we'll make sure that we'll recognize you.
Yeah,
Sorry about that again.
no issues at all. No issues at all. I mean, what we've been working since the 25th year, right? So we've been working together. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity. It doesn't come across that easy, so I appreciate the opportunity. That's okay. It's all volunteering work, and I enjoy doing it. So no problem. Appreciate and apologies accepted, but it's absolutely okay. No problem at all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, with that, we'll straight away jump into the show. Okay, the first game of the night: Phantoms versus Red Devils. I'll go with Imti. Imti, what are your thoughts?
Uh, Again, I was trying to look up these two teams and give some predictions.
Phantoms captain is
Mhm.
he used to be part of our uh,
Analysis last year, right?
Yeah,
analysis.
last
Yep,
year.
yep, yep.
Yeah, very enthusiastic guy, and always supports the lower ranked teams.
Yeah.
And whereas Red
And
Devils is the name change from Safaris.
oh, okay, yeah, that's what was my
Yeah,
thinking when I looked at the team members. So, I think again, like both of them playing the first game of the season, so I would probably go with Red Devils, just based on their previous history, I guess. So,
so normally Phantoms they start really well. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll throw a warning to Red Devils. Watch out. Okay, your thoughts, Dinesh?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Red Devils as well. Again, just purely, this one is purely based on reputation, what we've seen consistency across last year, especially with the revamped, the previous name is like my first club. Always have a lot of passion for those guys, Safaris. So Red Devils, yeah, just purely based on paper and previous years' form and consistency, going with Red Devils. Hopefully, Phantoms can pull up a surprise.
Okay, the next one game is Motor City versus Pokeris. I think Pokeris are going to take this one 2-0. Any objections?
No.
yep,
Empty.
no objections there, unless poker is again like this is the first game, so hopefully they they are ready for the season and going right from the game one. So, yep, poker is it should be easy game for them.
Knowing Ranjit, he is very enthusiastic and he'll be pushing everybody to well prepared. So
Yes.
at least that's my guess. And the next game is Marvels versus SLCC Guardians. And generally, for any new team, it will take at least couple of years for them to establish in this league. It's not like any other league where you can walk in and win some games. DCL is a total different animal, so always it is tough for new teams. So I'm thinking Guardians with that 1 year experience behind them, they may win this game. And also last year we played, our first game was against Guardians, and they really played well. It was a very close game. Even Guardians got the bonus point, if I remember correctly. Imti, your thoughts?
Well, I was just trying to go through this new team Marvel to see if I can identify or recognize any players in here. But I'll be honest, I don't see any name that kind of rings a bell here. Mohan is there, okay. I see Mohan Rangaraj. So, yeah, I think based on reputation, I think we can give some credit to SLCC Guardians. They played some good cricket last year, so hopefully they'll continue that form. And since Marvel newly formed team, so we'll give it to Guardians.
Alrighty.
Dinesh?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Marvels. So let's see what happens. The only reason I know these guys, they've been a few of them at least, especially Jagan. There's this Jagan. So a lot of passion for cricket, and does a lot of other work around here. They are a pretty good team. I mean, obviously, I know Paranjoti played with me a couple years ago. Few of them there. I'm pretty sure they can put up a good challenge. I'm just going to call it even and see what happens. Going with Marvels.
Okay. The next game is Hawks versus Fighters. Fighters is also a new team, but they have some experienced folks, whereas Hawks, you know, you guys know
Yeah.
last year they beat GLCC in the playoffs. So, Imti, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this will be a very, very good game. Close one, I would say, considering the strengths of both the teams. Again, Mahesh has formed a very a formidable team this year, so looking forward to their performance here. But then again, Hawks on the other side is one of my favorite teams and some players that I've played with in the past. So I would be really hoping that Hawks win this, but I think just based on the roster strength, I think I'll give it to Fighters for this time, unless Hawks have any new additions which I'm not aware of. So.
Pretty,
Dinesh?
yeah, pretty much for me. Uh, Mirroring the thoughts of what Imti had to say. So fighters, there's some prominent names in there, right? Other than Mahesh, we have Venkat as well, Venkat Vadnala, and a few other people there. So I'm going with the fighters, but for the league's sake, as we always say, hoping for probably it's going to be one of the games of the week. Hawks give a good fight, but calling it for fighters this one.
You calling it Fighters,
Yeah.
and Imti is calling it for Hawks. It is 1-1 tie then.
No, Imti called it for fighters, right?
Oh,
Imti?
really?
Yeah. Where did he go? He said fighters. Hopefully,
So,
Hawks can.
sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, yeah. I voted for Fighters too. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh
fighters. Yeah,
boy, 2-0
two zero
Fighters then. Oh,
fighters. Yeah.
I hope Hawks are
Another reason,
listening.
yeah, yeah, another reason I would at least justify is that Hawks are playing the first game of the season, and then Fighters already have some game form going into this with the last week's game. So even though they lost the game, I think they have a good game practice going into this game. So
Okay, so it's Fighters 2-0. I hope Hawks are listening,
Oops.
and if you guys win this one next week, I'm going to take on these two guys.
Oh God.
Okay, the next game is FCC Agni versus Cheetahs. Okay, Cheetahs is again Kings 11. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
change in their
Kings,
name. Yeah.
Kings.
Okay, Imti, your thoughts?
well, again, this also I'm thinking would be an even contest here. Again, FCC Agni always have decent players in their lineup. But somehow come across difficult teams and kind of lose those close games. But Kings 11, I don't know how many players they were able to retain. A lot of people have moved out of Kings 11 since they were a formidable team a couple of years ago. So considering that fact, I think I will give it to FCC Agni. Ramesh Satyavaram kind of tries and gets new people into the team. So hoping he has some new folks in his arsenal this year.
Okay, so you're giving it to Agni then.
Yes.
Okay, how about you, Dinesh?
Yeah, same thing. I think just purely based on what Ramesh can pull off, and I'm seeing some good names in there, right? Like Milan and a couple of younger guys I see there, Vijay Anand and Jayaratan kind of guys. So yeah, with there's enough experience like Jashwant and with what Ramesh can pull off. Going with FCC Agni for this one.
Okay, Agni 2-0 again. I hope cheetahs are listening. And and the next game is Detroit Titans versus Dark Horses. And Titans should win this one easily, is what I'm guessing. And see, again, win or lose, I have huge respect for the captain, Pankaj Ved of Pankaj Vats of Dark Horses. Year in, year out, without bothering about the results, he'll bring in new team, new guys. Okay. Imti, your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely resonate that comment about Pankaj Vats's. Like kudos to him for putting effort every year. Even though the results are not showing, I think that kind of enthusiasm, and I'm not sure where he gets his motivation for fielding the team every year. So kudos to that. Again, like they played last week, Dark Horses really didn't see much of a good show from their team. So hoping they come with a miracle, but unless something like that happens, like a miracle happens, I think this will easily be won by uh, the opponent here.
Dinesh.
Yeah, Detroit Titans for sure. With what Satish Kaba what he showed last year itself is like with that experience and experience from over the years. So Detroit Titans, again, a big shout out to Pankaj Watts, umpire of the DCL finals. Appreciation for that as well, and the effort he puts in, and it gives a lot of opportunity for newer folks from U of M in the Ann Arbor area. So good, big kudos to him. But the Detroit Titans for that one.
Okay, the next game is Indus Thunders versus Canton Hurricanes. Do you guys think Indus Thunders can bounce back? Imti.
Oh well, this is one game that I wouldn't want to call. I guess again, Canton Hurricanes is looking good. They had a good game last week. And on the other hand, Indus Thunders, horrid start to their season. But I think definitely the Indus Thunders have those kind of players in the team that can definitely bring back the mojo there. So again, it's very beginning of the season, so I wouldn't blame Indus Thunders for their first loss. They do have that like, capability in their players, and hopefully, if everybody's available, this one should go to Indus Thunders.
Indus
Yeah,
Thunders. Okay. Dinesh. Sorry.
yeah, same thing. Yeah, in the Thunders is what I'm thinking. But these guys are showing up. Hari Pallava and Adarsh and company for Canton Hurricanes. They are putting up, racking up some pretty impressive performances across the T-ball leagues they're playing in. So, but just for again, this is the other way around for the league stage. Indus Thunders, we just hope they will bounce back. So calling it for Indus Thunders more a motivation for them than anything else.
Super. So 2-0 Indus Thunders. Okay. But anyways, losing at the beginning of the season is better than losing at the end. Like, at least
Oh,
that's what I feel.
yep, yep,
Okay.
yep.
And yeah, the next game is Gladiators versus Cover Drive Cricket Club. I mean, see, this is a blessing for Gladiators after losing to. Yeah. And see, I heard Parthiv dancing on the ground after the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Okay.
The love
Yeah.
affair continues.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
okay, I'll talk about Gladiators later when we
Later.
talk about that.
I wouldn't blame Parthiv because again, like
Yeah.
Gladiators is such a strong team in the league that if you're beating that team, then you obviously will celebrate and enjoy it, right? So
Yeah.
again, it was a good game for strikers. So we'll talk more about it in the
Yeah.
analysis
in the,
there.
in
Yeah,
the yes, we'll
Yeah.
yeah.
talk that. So
So
that's Cover Drive Cricket Club is a new team, so they are yet to, you know, uh, figure out the ways of playing, good ways of playing in cricket, okay, in
Right.
DCL. So
Again, it's a good opportunity to play your initial games with such strong teams, where maybe you can pick up some things very initially in this league, in this league stage, and kind of learn from them. So maybe that would be a good opportunity for the Cover Drive Cricket Club team here. But I think Gladiators will definitely bounce back in this game, and I think it will be a strong performance.
S- so there isn't in the call, definitely bouncing back. They have to, if they can't beat Cover Drive Cricket Club, they better shut down the team and take rest. Uh,
I see
Oops.
some silent banter going on here
Oops.
somewhere in the.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
better be aware of their vice captain AB de Villiers. That's the profile picture I see for Mr. Santor Rathod. Come on, people are asking to update profile picture. He puts up ABD. It's so funny.
So,
Now, just take it seriously, right? So we are all trying to promote cricket. Well, nobody's trying to interfere into anybody's whatever, right? But putting up your profile picture, you should be proud to put up a picture of your own self. So that being said, yeah, please, Gladiators, no, come on, let's bounce back and get the win. Calling it for Glads.
okay. So before I go to the next game, this is a message from our friend Rajesh, captain of
Oops.
Phantoms. Analysts are playing safe in calling games. Okay, they will be
Oh,
recruiting hidden under in underdog teams. Okay.
so message for Rajesh is that this is the very first week, so let's not put the analysts under pressure here. So
And
we'll obviously start safe, and then maybe through the season we'll try to be more adventurous and pick some
true. Okay.
upsets. So
Yeah. First
No,
game.
yeah,
Excuse us. Okay.
yeah.
Then
Equipment fault. Yeah, if anything.
the next game of the night is Dhairya versus Detroit Bulls. I also appreciate Dhairya because um, actually I wanted to bring Dhairya's captain several times onto my show, but I could not get uh, uh, get hold of that guy in our timings. Okay, but one day I'll bring him. Okay, Dhairya versus Detroit Bulls. I think Bulls should take this one very easily. Imti.
yeah, definitely Detroit Bulls for me after the strong opening week for them. So I think they should be high on confidence, and obviously the idea of playing their first game, so will need to play out of their skins to maybe upset, but Detroit Bulls all the way.
Okay, Dinesh.
Same here, Detroit Bulls. Yeah, obviously Detroit Bulls. Oh, one big thing I forgot to mention: live stream. We see live stream as one of the what should I say profiles in each and every team. That means teams can live stream this time around, right?
Yes. Every
Yeah,
game has to come live because one, we have sponsors this time.
yeah.
So, and the second thing is, this is one way of catching some of the incidents that happen in
Okay,
the game. Okay,
okay,
committee is closely looking at all these videos.
okay. Perfect. Warning
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And it also helps us analysts to maybe kind of
True,
Yes.
do more
true,
more
true.
Yes.
deeper
Yeah.
analysis also if needed.
Hmm.
So yep,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
great initiative, and again, uh, congrats to the committee on bringing this one. I think it was a
Yeah,
good
Yeah.
initiative.
KK worked very hard for this one. Yeah. So
perfect, perfect. Yeah, we can watch PM dance. I meant Patu Mehta.
yeah, it is already there, I think.
Yeah, I
I
watched it live. Yeah.
Yeah, he should cut that one and post it somewhere. Just that piece, dancing piece.
So he is the admin on the social media account, right? So he can do whatever he
Yes,
wants.
he is.
So
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The next game is Troy Hawk versus MCC Miles. Troy Hawks after a great win against Indus Thunders,
Yeah.
and playing against another good team. A good team is one of the potential teams to reach playoffs. MCC Miles. Your thoughts, Imti?
well, I have very high hopes on MCC Miles this year, looking at the roster and the way they have started this season. On the other hand, Troy Hawks beating three-time champion Indus Thunders. So this, I think, for me, this would be the showcase game of the week. Again, both teams started on a winning note and will be going head to head in this one. I will call it as a close game. and give this to MCC Miles. It's just me being a little partial towards MCC Miles. Nothing against Troy Hawks, but I think Troy Hawks have to win consistently to prove that they're still a strong team with some of the players that they lost this year.
Dinesh.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, calling it for MCC Miles, just that edge based on Troy Hawk's consistency over the last couple of years. That's the only reason. And obviously, a lot of passion from MCC Miles and my favorite buddy now, Brahmanaidu, right? So, yeah, all of that put together, calling it for MCC Miles.
Yeah, see, obviously any analyst will call it,
Hmm.
MCC game, because based on the strengths of MCC Miles and Troy Hawks losing their core team, there's,
Yeah.
nearly three of their talent they left
Mm.
to different teams. Okay,
Okay.
and Troy Hawks captain again started into a rebuild mode. But what a boost he got by beating Indus Thunders! That's a great boost for him,
Yep.
and see, that is the reason we are talking more about this game. As simple as that. The next game of the night is Strikers versus Hitmen. After beating Gladiators, Strikers are on high note. Imti, your thoughts?
Well, obviously, yes. Strikers for me in this game. Unfortunate for Hitman to come across strikers very early in, in the season. Uh, Again, like coming from a win against Gladiator, strikers would definitely be on high confidence going into this game. So strikers and strikers all the way.
Yeah, so this one is going to be tough for me because I watched Hitman beat SSK. Tough one to call. For the sake of Rajesh, I'm going to call this one for Hitman.
Hitmen, okay, 1-1. So Hitmen is not a bad team.
No, they're
Okay,
not.
on a day they can beat anybody.
Hmm.
On a day they can lose to anybody. That kind of team.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, based on what I saw last year. Okay, so which, I still, I have to talk to one of the Hitmen's folks, and I'll bring their captain to
Arun.
our show, and we'll see what he's going to say about his team. Okay, the next game is um, United Raptors versus GLCC. Imti, I told you everything about GLCC just before the show, which was on live.
That's what I was thinking a while ago. So
Acho. Uh-oh. Equipment failure.
Oh my god. Okay.
hopefully nobody was logged in or streaming it already at that time because I don't think we shared the link at that point, right? So, anyways, uh, again, if not for that fact that the talk that we had before this show, I would have said this would be a very very close game, but maybe again it could go either ways. Another game to watch out for, two heavyweights going against each other. But I think Raptors started off well again with their usual strength in batting. So I think I'll give it to Raptors, even though some of their key players also might not be available here. So Raptors.
Okay. Dinesh.
Yeah, Raptors for the pure reason Ashok Reddy, right? Ashok Bhavnam is the captain. I don't know the story behind that, but happy to see Ashok Bhavnam named captain. So how much of that they'll let him do on the field need to be needs to be seen. But again, going for Raptors for this one. Oh, make sure you edit before you put it on YouTube. So it was, already equipment failure with early live streaming. If you don't edit it, then the entire community can listen to all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. I will for sure. And but see, United Raptors, whenever I look at United Raptors, from GLCC point of view, you know, the only weakness that Raptors have is their sentiments, and we play on their sentiments. So I mean,
Oh,
okay,
The game has already started for
game.
them.
Oh, yes, yes. They care more about what foot to put in the field first, right foot or left foot. That's how they come in.
oh,
Well, let's
Okay.
hope they have a new captain, so maybe some different thought process and style of playing this year. Hopefully, we'll see.
See, you can change the captain, but you cannot change the sentiments. Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry. Let's
Full
quickly
stop.
go to our next game. Thunderbolts versus MI Rangers. This is going to be very good game. Okay, Imti, your thoughts.
Uh, this one, are both of them playing their first game this week?
Yes.
Okay. In
Yes.
that
No,
case,
MI Rangers already played, right?
Oh,
They
they
lost,
did?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they
Uh,
lost their first game.
did they? Okay, hold on.
I thought so.
Let's-
Okay,
yeah,
we'll see.
against
Yeah,
Rising
they did.
Stars. So,
Yeah, Rising Stars. Okay, boy. Okay.
okay. Yep. Uh, I don't know. How excited are you guys, Dinesh? How is the
Yeah.
preparation?
Thunderbolts, they're supposed to play last week, but due
Yeah,
to
that was.
bad
Yeah.
pitch,
Oh
they
yeah.
should not.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that was the game
Otherwise,
cancelled.
uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have, see, KRCC. I would have given that game to KRCC. So we will be looking at.
Come on.
Yeah. I'm
So
sorry,
again,
Vinod, but
MI Rangers is not the MI Rangers that we have known all along. So I think I'll go with Thunderbolt just to uh, to please Rajesh because he wants us to pick the lower ranked team. So again, nothing against Thunderbolts, but from a ranking perspective, I think Thunderbolts will be seeded low. So that's why I'll pick Thunderbolts as an upset.
but anyways, Rajesh, see, they contradicted with one of your picks. I mean, in the sense, Hitman versus Strikers, you picked
Ah,
his
Hitman.
Strikers, right?
Uh,
So Rajesh is giving that game to Hitman.
no, I gave it to Hitman. I gave it to
No, no,
Hitman.
no.
He
Yeah.
I'm talking about Imti.
Imti. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Imti.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So your thoughts?
Yeah, I have to skip, right? I play for Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you play for Thunderbolts. I didn't know that. Oh my God. Okay.
Come
Oh.
on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm finally back at home because like what last 2 years desperate and just did not work out last year. There like I missed it by a day of committing for Motor City versus Thunderbolts. So finally here, third season with Thunderbolts, but obviously have known Vinod and Thunderbolts and the team for like what 3.5, 4 years now. I have practiced with them a lot, have played them, so it's been fun. From a keeper's point of view, it's been absolute pleasure to keep to the Thunderbolt bowlers. It's been absolute pleasure. So yeah, looking forward to a great game.
Okay. The next game of SLCC Legends versus Stars. It is going to be a very great game. Okay. Two good teams playing against each other. Imti, I'll skip you here because I know you. Okay. You're hot. So, um, Dinesh.
Yeah, I think tough one for me to call. So from a very neutral perspective, it's like whatever happened in the first game, the after the finals and all of that for Stars, right? So I'm not too sure. Probably Imti can give a little bit of what happened later when we analyze the game. So Stars was Legends. I'm hoping for Stars to win this one. This is more with hope. I'm giving it to Stars, and with a lot of motivation that Satish, right, SBK, right, Satish,
Satish, yeah.
yeah,
Satish
yeah,
Belankonda.
yeah. So SPK is listening, and he's gonna come out all guns blazing. So he's worked really hard on Guardians as well, and this year they've added a few players. I watched the first game. Chundi is playing there. Him and Chundi is playing there as well. So all of that. Uh, I want Stars to win personally, just for the sake of the league.
Okay. So normally Satish will send a message about this game, and I'm
Right
waiting for
away.
his message.
Yeah,
Generally, he sends
exactly.
a message. Okay.
So
He
yeah,
hasn't sent anything yet.
yeah.
So but he sent a message saying good luck to our show.
Oh, thank
So I hope he says something about this game.
He
Okay.
will.
And
Yeah, he's good.
Rajesh, if you are listening, pick pick your choice here between legends and stars
Star
and
start.
send it to us. Okay, the next game of the night is FCC versus Stingers. Okay, I'm thinking FCC should win this one very easily. Into your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be easy, but I will go with FCC. Again, like Stingers losing the first game, FCC winning the first game, so obviously that confidence factor, and also the stability on FCC side is is stronger, I think, and that will give them the victory here.
Okay, with that we have completed all the games, but see.
What is Dinesh's pick?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, sorry, sorry,
No,
sorry, Dinesh. Okay,
no problem. Yeah, because I had some good comments. Heard that FCC is prioritizing DCL game over some other league, so which is like absolute pleasure to see someone doing that, and losing semifinalists last year, FCC. And they've consistently played cricket. I mean, good cricket over the last few T-ball seasons around here. Have watched them, had the pleasure of playing against them. I think three tournaments consistently, and have seen those players perform. As I mean, as early as last weekend, did have a game against them elsewhere, and all that put together, FCC picking them over Stingers after watching their first game, so giving it to FCC.
very well said about FCC. So those are the guys. I really like them.
Oh yeah, great
Yeah,
attitude on those guys. Yeah.
yeah. And Rajesh picked stars.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
So
let's see.
he's picking the
See,
underdogs, right?
under yeah, that's last year finalist. How in the world they are underdogs,
Underdog.
Rajesh? Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so with that, so we have
Equipment relief.
concluded all the games. Sorry, we prediction is done. Let's get into last week games. We already at 9:09 40, very
40.
close to 9:40, 9:37. We may take 10-15 minutes extra, but please keep listening. And I'll start with the first game of the night. That is, give me 1 second, guys. I have to open my notes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
already.
while he's opening up, yeah, just a quick time check on Reddit. So apologies for taking some longer time for the prediction. So we'll try to cover the games as soon as possible and not miss out anything. So
Yeah,
hopefully, please stay
sorry,
along.
guys. The first game of the night is Sterling Strikers versus GLCC. Imti, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, again, a very good game. I would say I think this was a reduced game, 18 over game in the afternoon, if I remember it correctly. So Sterling Strikers obviously coming into this game, they lost a few players from their last year unit, and then GLCC obviously a very strong team every year. So they I think they are coming back with the same bunch of guys. So I would have favored GLCC at the beginning of the game, and I think they proved it right. So they won this game very easily in the end. I would think Sterling Strikers batted first in this game. Were only able to score 60 runs. Played out the entire court of 18 overs. The only notable performance here was Jafar Satik, their opener, who stayed there for a while, scored those 16 valuable runs. Tried to build partnerships with Haider, Ranveer Singh, Syed Ahmed. All of these guys got some good starts. Stayed there for some time trying to build partnerships, but never got going all the way. And then uh, uh, like a few runs here and there in the middle and down lower middle order. Ended up at 60 runs, which I thought is below par considering GLCC's batting strength. Then some notable performance on the bowling, and for GLCC is Akash Patel. Again, 3 wickets for 5 runs in 3 overs, and then well supported by Hemant Kumar Chalvaya. Good to see Hemant bowling 4 overs here, the full quota. And I think it was a good performance on the bowling for GLCC, and all they needed was 60 odd runs to win this game. And I think they made it very easily in 15 overs for the loss of 3 wickets. Again, their opening partnership took the game away. I thought 30 runs partnership in 8 overs. Abhishek scoring 11 runs, Tejas 25. We all know how good a player Tejas is, and if he stays around for a bit, definitely any score is chaseable. Then Ankit Patel scoring those 14 runs and helping help from the bowlers 10 extras, so that also helped in the chase easily. So they crossed the line very easily. Not much to talk about on the bowling except for Talha, who picked all the 3 wickets. And I hope Sterling Strikers take some positives out of this game and go into their next game. So congratulations GLCC and good start to the season.
Okay, the next game of the night is SLCC Legends versus Local Boys, and I forgot to assign it this one. So
I
I'll
can.
take this one quickly.
Or you want to call, or I can call this one. I watched most of it live, so
Oh,
you
okay
you
then.
do
Yeah, you
yeah.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
so this one, I was curious. Like, funny enough, is like after our game was cancelled, I was like sort of upset that yeah, everyone was looking forward, and that game got called off, like Thunderbolts versus KRCC. So after that, was like glued to watching this game. So SLCC Legends won the toss and elected to bat. I mean, I was a little surprised. I was thinking the pitch and conditions they wouldn't want to bat, and the net result at the end proved otherwise. And I'm looking at my next game, like MI Rangers versus Rising Stars. It's like the Rangers won the toss and elected to bowl, so probably go batting first, like all DCL games. They might have done the good thing. Started with probably the lone spinner in there. Satya might be the only spinner who starts off. That's what the local boys does have been doing since last season. They didn't start too well. That's like legends till Ravi Tej and Sai Pratap. They put up a decent partnership along with Srikanth. Um, so especially Sai Pratap, he ended up scoring 27 to eventually propel the score to 82 with the good support from Hemant Chundi. Good to see him bat and make some runs. He did make pretty decent contributions last time in the last DCL as well. From the bowling perspective, it's like Sendil and great contribution, ending up with 4 wickets from Sendil. Suryansu getting a three for in just 2 overs was a wonderful performance there. Srini ended up getting 2 wickets there. So overall, good performance, I would have thought, but probably a touch expensive from their medium pacers. Is like the backup bowlers is going at 5. Might have been touch expensive looking back at this game. So 83 was the target. Was watch the batting. They just could not get going. Local boys losing Srini in the very first over, ball stopping. Guru bowled exceptionally well. So he ended up taking 2 wickets, left arm over. He had great control, used the bounce to great advantage. I think once Guru, then they completely struggled against slower bowlers. Satya too had a decent score, but he was dropped twice. I think a couple of cotton balls went down against Satya, so they just could not hit the straps running at all. They could have easily been bundled out for less than 30, but eventually showed some fight to get up to 52. So, I mean, watching him and the Chundi ball, that was good. I think finally the entire season, last season, he did not bowl. When he played along with me, it's like I always have loved his off spin. He bowled well. Even Satish ended up bowling 4 overs, so that was good. They just could not get away the slower bowlers at all. Local boys folded for 52. Good comprehensive win for Legends. More so from their bowling front, they would be very happy. Were my thoughts? Are my thoughts?
Okay,
A
then
quick addition, sorry to
yeah.
interrupt. I think there was a
Mhm.
hat trick in this game. Suryansu Patra picked up a hat trick
Oh, he
against
did.
Legends.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay.
Yes, so again, the wickets were of Narne,
I didn't
Sai
realize it was
Pratap,
that.
and then Harish Yelamanchali. So Harish Yelamanchali was the third wicket. So he ended up getting a hat trick. So I think
Ah,
that was
okay,
worth
that's
to mention.
fantastic. See,
Yeah,
I
that.
want see if local boys captain is listening to this, please send an email to committee so that they'll record this one as an achievement, so that he'll be given award
Yeah, I was about to
during the.
mention that there should be some kind of recognition for these kind of because
Yes,
these
yes.
don't come
Normally
very
for hat,
often. Yes,
yeah,
yes. So
for hat tricks we
again,
recognize.
yep.
So
Congrats
please,
to
please.
Suryansu for picking
Uh,
up a hat trick on the very first week of the season. So
Yeah, see, if anybody listeners, please, if you have any, if you have touch with Suryansu, please, um, at least ask him to send a text to me. Okay, that way I'll record this one. We shouldn't be ignoring or missing such important things. Okay, the next game is Rising Stars versus MI Rangers. Again, it goes to Dinesh.
yeah, Rising Stars was MI Rangers. Yeah, I was looking at it as I previously previously mentioned while covering the other one, MA Rangers won the toss and elected to bowl. Uh, at that point, that's what it is, right? So you're thinking slow and low conditions with the weather not being that great. It would all be good, but eventually the results didn't go in their favor. So uh, on the other side, Rising Stars, they have consistently been doing well across the last probably 6 8 months across T-ball leagues around here. They've been doing well. Had the opportunity to practice against these guys last summer. They had a good team, good balance of this. Lot of experience in the middle. I believe Bhavan Patel and Chintan, all of them have great experience, and there's good youth balance to this team as well. Um, did not start off well, but not getting used to the conditions is what my thought was. Then Bhavan Patel, he's consistently playing well, holds the inning together along with Ravi Patel as well. So 31 and 20 from these guys. They ended up scoring 80 with a little bit of support from Harsh there. From bowling front, Praveen Kumar did well. 4 over 17 dots with 11 runs conceded for 3 wickets, and good contributions from the rest of the bowlers there. So 81 was the target for MI Rangers. So again, they did not start off too well. Pretty much the top eight were gone in single digits. Still, Anush and Manoj, they put a partnership together, and each scoring 14. Just it's again more so. It was like first use of the pitch gives better conditions for batting. Then more and more it got lower and slower for the chasing team, is what I'm seeing from the two games we've looked at so far, or I've done so far. So Akash ended up getting 2 wickets along with Chintam, and the rest of the contributions in the bowling front were all great. So when it's a lower score, the economy tends to be pretty good for Dimam, Gopal, and there was Jigar as well. So all of them did well. Good win for Rising Stars. This is their first. They're a new team for this year, right?
Rising Stars are not two. They are a legendary
Yeah,
teams.
that's what I thought. But they've coming back after a break. Last 2 years they did not play, or
No,
they
no, no,
played.
no. Rising Stars
They
are
have
there
been playing
more
Oh,
than
consistently.
they've
decade.
been playing. Okay, okay. My
Yeah,
bad. Somehow that's how I probably across other leagues is where I'm starting to see them, or else it
there
was
are
only
only two
DSL. So
stars in this league. Rising Stars
yeah,
and other stars are here.
stars.
Are
Yeah, okay,
are
okay,
Imti. So
okay. Yeah, no, I know. Okay,
yeah,
my bad. Apologies for the oversight there.
okay. So the next game of the night is Spartans versus FCC. Actually, FCC start. You know, uh, I I- they what 7 for 7. Spartans were 7 for 7. So I thought it's going to be very easy peasy game for FCC. So suddenly, Spartans, they have given very good resistance. What do you say, Imti?
Yeah, again, this was totally a one-sided affair, I thought, looking at the scorecard. And then I think FCC started off really well with the bowling here, picking, sending Spartans to a stage of 7 for 7 in the seventh over. They were 15 for 8 at one stage and recovering to 38. I think they did a decent job again, all thanks to one player there, Kaushik Shekhar, who scored 18 runs, stayed there for 44 deliveries. Unfortunately, not much support until Akshay, Raju, and Pranav in the very end, scoring those valuable runs. But not enough total for FCC. Obviously, 38 easily chaseable score. On the bowling front, I think FCC absolutely made a merry of this. 4 wickets for Karthik, 3 wickets for Amit Gowda, 2 wickets for Sriharsha, and I think obviously with that such a low score, all the economy rates look great there. Going to chase, I think FCC again made a little mess of the chase as well. They were also reeling at 12 for 4 at one stage, and thanks to Teju, who played a sensible innings there with those 15 valuable runs, and again 10 extras from the opponents not helping their cause in any way, made FCC across the line very easily there. So overall, I think still a one-sided game considering the FCC bowling performance there. Good start to the season for FCC with a win and 5 points. So overall, good game.
Okay, the next game of the night is Hitman versus SSK. And before I hand over this to Dinesh, I would like to say, though, I mean, SSK, very first time introduced a lady cricketer
Mhm.
into our to our DCL league, which is a very commendable thing, and
Yep.
kudos to him. And no doubt, Hitman dominated this game, but you know, in the history, SSK will remain in the history of DCL for this great introduction. It's good to see. Okay, Dinesh.
Yeah, so congratulations to Angel Priya. Did catch everybody's eye. There were a lot of discussions which came up as well. So, congratulations to Angel Priya and Lingappan as well for the great initiative. And she ended up getting off the mark later on. So, expecting a few more decent marks from her as well. So, congrats to Lingappan as you stated. So Hitman won the toss and elected to bat. Confident enough, they went into bat. So great partnership between Ram Kumar and Syed. 37 for the opening partnership. So great innings from Syed. He ended up scoring 41. Ram Kumar as well is like. Went at a pretty decent clip considering the considerations. So well played from both of them. Not much from Santosh. Chetan supported decently well along with Iman, and Abdul and Kaushik had some finishing touches to push the score up to 139. So wonderful score considering the conditions. SSK bowling was. I was a little concerned to see like someone like Vinod opening the bowling. Usually he doesn't, and Lingappan ended up bowling four. And I was thinking they didn't have much bowling that day for whatever odd reason. Prayesh is the regular along with Sai Prakash is what I thought. Rest of them are not the regular SSK bowlers. So whatever happened, there happened. But nothing to take away from a wonderful performance from Hitman to post 139. So SSK did not start well. It's not ideal to lose Vinod in a pretty high chase, and he ended up falling in the second over when score was five. So Tejashwar played really well. The lone standout double-digit score in the SSK batting card. Ended up playing 70 deliveries, scoring 41 runs. So great knock there. The rest of them did not get going. Usually, someone like a Yuvraj, probably the very first game, usually can stick around when there's someone playing well at the other end. Here, that didn't come well from them. Nothing respectable from the rest of the batters there. From a bowling front, I think with how SSK were going and constant wickets falling, they decided to use as many as what eight bowlers is what they used. Nine, I think, from Hitman. So all of them are decently capable bowlers. Everyone did well. Special mention to Santosh. A good set of off spin bowling from him. 3 overs for 10 runs and picking up 3 wickets. So he was the highest wicket taker there. Some decent contributions from Iman and Aditya. So yeah, a comfortable victory by 60 runs for Hitman. Congrats and hoping for better results going forward.
Okay, let's go a little faster from here because we have another 9 games to complete, and we are at 9:55. So let's go a little faster. Okay, the next game of the night is Indus Thunders versus Tri Hawks. Your thoughts, Imti?
Yeah, again, like I mentioned earlier, horrid start for Indus Thunders to the season, and it was obviously evident from the very first ball of this game. Uh, they lost three quick wickets without a run on the board, and I think that is where they kind of lost the track here. If not for the partnership between Rao Ganta and Manoj Singh to kind of resist that wicket falling streak, they put up a 27-run partnership, and but then Manoj got out at the end, the right at the break, and then again not much partnerships after that fact. They scampered to 57, I would say, with the help of 12 extras and the scores from Manoj and Rao Ganta. Uh, Again, obviously, they would have missed their key players like Praveen Bangera, Dinesh Pandeti, and Vijay Rudram Raju, who would have definitely made a difference. But even with those players missing, Indus Stars is still a very formidable team. Uh, Definitely a below par score for their caliber, I would say. 57, great bowling effort for Troy Hawks. Almost everybody sharing the wickets among themselves. I think Rakesh Mirial and Mani had an absolutely brilliant opening spell, sharing 5 wickets between them overall, and then also Nidin and Venu picking 2 wickets each. Overall, I think it was a fantastic bowling effort from Troy Hawks, considering they're going against Indus Thunders and also missing some of their own key players this season. Once they had to chase 57 or 58, I think it was just a matter of fact just to stay there and kind of navigate through the innings, which Nataraj does absolutely well. We have known him, we have seen him for so many seasons, and he has proved us correct again, making that 28 runs of 55 balls right on the top of the order. Even though he did not get a lot of support from the other batsmen, but his run making there 28 runs without a boundary there, that shows uh, his way of playing and tackling the chase. Uh, Even though Hindustan is known for their bowling, they really couldn't get the breakthroughs. They got the 5 wickets, but not enough score on the board, and that's what is the downfall, a reason for the downfall here. And 63 chased at the end of 20.3 overs. Overall, a very good win for Troy Hawks. But again, like Indus Thunders, very beginning of the season, losing in the beginning. Obviously, you'll only hopefully peak from here going forward. So
Okay, the next game of the night is Dairia versus United Raptors. There's nothing
One-sided.
to talk about this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one-sided affair. Harry won the toss, selected to bat. Other than Raghav, there's not much contribution from rest of the gang. Good to see Krishna Chaitanya getting a couple of overs in a power-packed bowling performance there. Good bowling from Captain Ashok with 2 wickets there as well. As usual, Abhilash taking 2. They folded for 39. That is the area. And out came Bahubali and Kaushik. Good to see Bahubali getting back in form. That's Amarendra. So yeah. So good scores from him, going at a strike rate of 100, and Kaushik going at 200, finishing things off in 4.2. Massive win for them. Get the bonus points, obviously. Congrats to Raptors on this one.
Okay, the next one is Dark Horses versus Detroit Bulls. Imti.
yeah, again, this also I would say completely a one-sided affair. Dark horses, even though showing up on the ground, have not been able to show it in their performances. Hopefully, they pick up some spark from somewhere this season and try to bring some results and win some games. Again, no lack of effort there, but somehow the results are not going their way, is what I think. Dark Horses batting first, put up a score of 58. Again, not much to talk about in the batting order. Rahul Gadam, who seemed to be the mainstay in this scorecard, 19 runs from 47. Obviously, Pankaj Watts not able to score in this game. Got out for just 6 runs. Uh, the key here is like not much of partnerships going through the innings, and they folded out for 58. Did not play the entire 25 overs. Uh, 58 runs again, a very below par score in this format nowadays. And again, on the bowling front for Detroit Bulls, a seasoned team, they have had some good seasons in the past, so continuing their form and a good start to the season. Pick of the bowlers, Gino James. We all know how good a player he is. 3 wickets for 8 runs, and then also Mullaraj Singh Rathod, who picked up 3 wickets, and other wickets being shared among the other bowlers. So overall, I think it was a brilliant bowling performance, bowling them out for 58, and then all they had to do, like in the previous game I was talking about, just stay there, play out the 25 overs, and win the game. But no, Nikhil Sunny had different plans. He just wanted to finish the game as soon as possible and go home, I guess. So finished the game in less than 12 overs, a blazing innings of 43 runs from 42 balls with two fours, three sixers, and I think he just completely took the game away from Dark Horses here. No penetration from the Dark Horses bowling unit at all. So a very comfortable win for Detroit Bulls and a very good start to the season. Hopefully, they can keep continuing to do that and win more games.
Okay, the next game of the night is MCC Miles versus Royal Honkars. As I said, any new team, uh, they need some time to adjust here in DCL. It's not like any other league where you can walk in and start winning. So, um, MCC Miles versus Royal Honkars. Dinesh, before I hand over this to you,
Uh-huh.
okay. So one of my close friends, Krishna Chalamela, played for Royal Honkars. Okay,
Oh.
he sent a text message to me that the analyst has to talk great about him because
Okay.
he he took he took the wickets of Rahul Channa, Hemant, and Sanjay. So uh,
Ooh.
even though MCC Miles won, the superstar of the this game is my friend Krishna. That's all. Okay,
Oh, awesome,
okay,
awesome. Okay.
yeah, I'm giving it to you.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, so congrats, Krishna. Wonderful bowling performance there. Not easy to pick up 3 wickets when the rest of the gang is going at some at high rates there. So and all the wickets which were mentioned are wonderful wickets as well. So yeah, big. I mean, Shrikant, the captain of Royal Honkars. So. Uh, Passionate cricketer. Have been watching him practice in the local nets. Has been doing well and probably even helped out at the DCL night as well, Shrikant. So, congrats, and hopefully the team ends up doing pretty well. MCC Miles won the toss and elected to bat. No surprises there. The big surprise for me was more Hemant Pingali. I thought he was known more for his bowling, and him coming up the order and getting going at 150 strike rate with three sixes to get 48 from 32 set the pace for them. Good contributions from Deepak Raul and Fani. Propel them with some 21 extras from Royal Honkers to 136. We discussed best bowler was Krishna and Dandraj as well. Picking up 2 wickets was good. Um, and Sai Sharat, he ended up picking 3 wickets as well. So, pretty decent bowling performance, which can get only better with the experience for a new team from batting front, chasing a big score against such a formidable team was a task cut out for these guys. Other than Captain Shrikant, who got into double digits, the rest of the gang batters couldn't do well. Big worry could be 17 extras from MCC Miles. The Royal Honkers folded for 39, giving MCC Miles a great victory.
Okay, and so before I go to the next game, this is a challenge to Krishna. Krishna, if you get another wicket, one wicket is enough. I'll buy you beer. Okay, that's a challenge to him. The next
Oh
game of the
boy.
night is Cheetahs versus
So, just a clarification, you're saying just any other wicket in his next
One
games?
more.
any one more, just
One
one
more
more.
in the
You get
entire league?
one
Oh,
more.
wow.
Beer is on me.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
No, you
Cha-
can't say that to a bowler who has picked like three
Three,
cricketing,
yeah.
three stalwart
Uh,
batsmen from the league, right? So, uh,
let's
anyways,
see
good.
what he can do. Okay.
Sure. Challenge
Uh,
accepted, I guess, from Krishna's end. So, we'll see
a
what
challenge
happens.
accepted. Yes,
Yeah,
he
sure.
accepted the challenge. If he takes, this is what if he takes a wicket in the next game, I'm going to bring him onto the show for sure. Okay.
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
this
We'll talk about it next week. So, hopefully,
next
we'll see
week, yeah,
some fun. Okay.
yeah,
Going into this game, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go
Sorry
ahead,
to
go
cut
ahead.
off. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So Cheetahs versus Cover Drive Cricket Club. I thought this was a one-sided affair. Again, looking at the scorecard at the very beginning, uh, Cheetahs batting first put up a score of 92 runs, which I think is a very decent score considering Cheetahs is also still a considerably new team. Uh, Again, I was going through the scorecard and just tried to look at it like a couple of times just to make sure that that is true, because Abhilash Reddy, I think, was the key batsman there. 31 runs from 72 balls, no boundaries. So I was a little surprised with that, because we haven't seen these kind of batsmen in the league for the last 5 6 years since the ball has changed. So this kind of approach was like the old school method of staying at the wicket and scoring those ones twos and getting the scoreboard moving. It's heartwarming to see some of those approaches coming back into this game. Then he had a good partnership with Lakshmi Ganapati, who scored 24 from 36. Again, same, no boundaries, but consistent scoring and keeping the scoreboard ticking, looks like. And then the third highest score in the batting is the extras from the Cover Drive Cricket Club, 23 runs. All these helping towards that 92 run score in their batting card. Again, not much to talk in the bowling, except for pick of the bowlers was Shiv Kumar Mangalpalli. I think he's the same guy who was on the committee for a brief period of time, picking up those 3 wickets in his allotted 5 overs. Um, Again, the economies are decent, but a couple of guys went for more than 6 to 7 runs and over there. 92 chasing. Again, Cover Drive Cricket Club, a brand new team. Uh, it was a challenging task for them, and I think the pressure got to them. The opening batsman tried to stay there, but the runs were not coming. They stayed almost up to 8 overs, and then they lost the wicket when they were at 14 runs. And again, once that wicket fell, not much. They lost 3 wickets at that same score in couple of overs, and they really couldn't get going after that fact. Uh, Again, not much to talk about in the batting order. I see like all single digit scores there, highest score being extras with 10 runs. I think the key here is just like the opponent did, they just had to stay there and keep the scoreboard ticking, even though they were not getting the boundaries. At least they could have got closer to the target. Eventually folded for 39 runs. Brilliant bowling effort, I thought. Kartikeya Challa picking 4 wickets, and then well supported again by Lakshmi Ganapati, who picked 3 wickets. So overall, a very good game for Lakshmi Ganapati, all-round performance, scoring with the bat and also picking those 3 wickets. So a very good performance on the very first game. So congratulations to Cheetahs.
Okay, the next game of the night is Stingers versus Dynamites. Dynamites really dominated this game. Dinesh, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, watched quite a few clips and few dismissals live. Dynamites won the toss and elected to bowl. Probably they read the conditions better, or the conditions eventually worked out in their favor as well. Good start from Arun Selvaraj, picking up 2 wickets. They just couldn't get going. You can blame it on the conditions. Stingers far better team than what shows up on the scorecard here. Jagan was the lone, waged the lone battle, 17 of 27, decent innings considering what was going around him. No major contributions there. Folded for 43. Good performances from Vignesh Bala as well. Good to see him amongst the wickets along with Avinash, picking up 3 wickets, and Vinod Periasamy getting the crucial wicket of Jagan there. So target of 44 for Dynamites, the young guns of Prithvi and Arun Junior. That's what they call him in the team. So Junior played pretty well along with Prithvi to get a partnership of 23. So that in a scorecard of 44 need to be chased. That 23 opening partnership was pretty good. Vijay Gabriel couldn't get going, but ended up with 4. Then Satish and Sai used their experience to finish things off, and they ended up winning in 13.4 overs. Congrats to Dynamites. Good performance from Alagu. Uh, Back of length bowler. He really stuck to his guns. Nothing much to bowl with, but those 3 wickets waged the lone battle from a bowling front. Congrats to Dynamites and Vijay Shanmugam.
Okay, the next game of the night is Canton Hurricanes versus Fighters. Imti.
Yeah, I thought this was probably the closest game in the first week, both going neck to neck. Canton Hurricanes batted first in this game, scored 93 runs, and after the brilliant start with the ball for Fighters, I think somehow they lost their way because Canton Hurricanes batting first, like fell like a pack of cards, and they were at one stage 29 for 7,
Wow.
and and
Yeah.
and they made it to 93. So kudos to that partnership for the eighth wicket, 38 runs partnership for the eighth wicket between Adarsh and Kuldeep Singh, and then also a 26-run partnership for for the 10th wicket, which actually is like 50 64 runs out of the 93. These two wicket partnerships eventually bailed them out and made and got them to the strong situation. Also, not helping with the extras, 20 extras from fighters is way too high on the higher end, I thought, because they had the game in their control with 29 for 7, and then conceding 93 runs is I think is absolutely criminal, is what I thought. Again, Mahesh Babu Burulu continuing his form in the bowling, picking up 4 wickets, was brilliant in the beginning of the innings there. Moon also picking up 3 wickets. I think they were in a good pattern there, but somehow lost their way in the end in the second half of their bowling. And conceding 93 runs, I think the momentum shift was there in the mid innings. And but I thought fighters still had in them to chase those 93 runs. But eventually fell short. They got all out in the 24th over, fell short by 13 runs. Again, I thought the key here was the top order, where they didn't get a big partnership in the top order. So they also lost wickets in the first 5 overs, 3 to 4 wickets. And then again, it was up to Mahesh Babu Burlu, their captain, and Siddharth to stitch a partnership there, close to 30 runs partnership, which at that point looked like they were doing good and would eventually chase it out. But then once they got out, I think it was a tough ask for them. Overall, I thought it was a good game. Fighters should really learn from this game. I think it was just a few here and there things that they need to adjust. I think they are a good team and will come back strong here. Again, pick of the bowlers here is Sadat Bashir, 4 wickets, and I think that played a crucial role in the downfall of fighters. So 17 extras, something that Canton Hurricanes also have to look into. Defending 93, giving away 17, 18 is still a big number on the extras column there. So overall, good game for Canton Hurricanes, starting off with a win. But I think fighters did fight almost until the end, but could not cross the line.
So I felt like the fighters gave away around 20 extras. After getting that great start. Okay, taking all the main wickets out and giving
See, that's
20
what I'm saying.
extras is
So 29 for 7, and then you see these three scores of Adarsh Nair, Kuldeep Singh. The partnership, 38
yeah,
run partnership, 26-run partnership, and then 20 extras. So that's
20
like
extras.
70,
Yeah,
75 odd runs that
yeah.
you're talking about.
That's where you're losing the game. So okay, the next game of the night probably is the most talked game in the city, right? Strikers versus gladiators. Dinesh,
And the love affair continues. That's
and the
all.
love affair continues. Yeah, that's
That that's all
yeah.
I can say. And what back-to-back games? Strikers take out Glads, right? From last year and this year, right? Didn't
No,
they?
no, no, not
Oh,
last
that
year.
was
I
the
think
previous year. Okay.
previous year.
Okay, I still have fresh memories of strikers taking out Glads. I don't know. I'm still thinking last year. But anyways, the love affair continues no matter what. So strikers won the toss and elected to bat. Didn't start off too well. PM promoted himself to open the batting. Nothing much till Dinesh and Kishore Mahajan. They they added a few runs to get them going, along with support from Amit Patel to get them up to 57. So probably the conditions did not play too well for them. Low and slow. Aditya pickups bowlers there with 3 wickets in 3.5 overs, with Anup and Taifur 2 wickets each, and Hardeep Singh coming to finish things off with 3 there as well. So, I mean, 57 Glads. Probably we were thinking more like what happened in the Raptors game, a quick finish at some point, if not a quickish finish, is what I was thinking. But yeah, who knew? Second ball itself, Aditya dismissed, set the tone, or set the cat amongst the pigeons there. Taifor and Suyog, they put up a pretty decent partnership there, probably like close to 22 runs. But from then on, once Taifur fell, it was just like nothing much. There was some resistance from Suyog, uh, and probably even Arjun Ajbani, but the moment Arjun went, it just came down. There was a decent amount of fight if you look at the amount of balls which were played between from the rest of the gang. When Hardeep was there, in the moment Hardeep got out the big inside edge, Satya tried to show some face there, took the power play to see if he could add some quick runs with the last wicket pair, but that didn't work out for them. PM ended up picking 3 wickets from a bowling front. Couple, as usual, they were reliable. 2 wickets along with the Adit, Ritten getting two, and Dinesh getting one. So that's all they needed with Dinesh bowling 1 over for 9 runs. They thought they might be, but just did not happen for the Glads. I don't know. I wouldn't call it pathetic performance other than them not winning it. There was something going on, but not to the level of what was expected from Glads. You can add
You
masala to it.
so the masala is the same thing. Gladiators, they have
Yeah,
a weak leader. That much I can say.
yeah,
Okay,
true.
and the second thing is, um, uh, um, you have got a great team there. If
Hmm.
you look at Arjun Ajwani, he can
Yeah.
single-handedly chase out 50, 57 runs. Okay, if it is not happening, means definitely you need a strong leader who can motivate them. Okay, and somebody like, you have to have some, a great character to go and talk to somebody like Arjun Ajwani. Arjun Ajwani
Hmm.
is a different league when it comes
Yeah.
to batting, and in terms of cricket and within DCL and within the cricket world of um,
Michigan. Yeah.
Michigan. So you need a good leader, you know. Otherwise, this is what is going to happen. And another thing, I see Gladiators, the only good side of it is this is the first game. From here, there is no downfall. You can only go up. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's the only good part. And um, another thing is, rather than thinking about all other teams' negative points, think about your own team. Okay, that's the advice I can give to Gladiators captain. Okay, and um, too much negativity is also not good. The next game of the night is Gujarat Lions versus Stars, and this is again, I don't call it upset, but it's a good start for Gujarat Lions.
Yeah.
Imti, your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. A new team coming and defeating the runners-up from last year. Obviously,
Hmm.
great start for them. Obviously, it's a new team, but not new players for the
Yeah.
league. We know we have some well-known names on the team, and I think it was the team factor that actually eventually made Gujarat Lions win, because I think Gujarat Lions have been playing consistently together over a long period of time. And Stars, on the other hand, again, I'm not justifying the loss, but just putting out a point across there that Stars, the last game that they played together was the finals, and then they're coming back to play the first game here. So,
Good
uh,
point.
True.
Good point.
yeah, so again, putting that aside, Gujarat Lions opted to bat first, winning the toss, put up a score of 75 runs. Not a big high-scoring game, but I thought they had a clear plan when they came out to bat. The openers made sure that the bowlers didn't get early wickets, and they stayed at the wicket even though the runs were not coming. I think that kind of worked out in a way. You don't often see Deepak Rajgiriappa ending wicketless in a full quota of 5 overs. So it worked out in their favor. Not many big contributions in the batting, but I think Maulik Patel, who was the lone warrior there in the scorecard, 34 runs from 47 balls, 1 4 3 massive sixers in that innings.
Yeah.
Although he got a couple of lives, two catches missed when he was like in a single digit. So that kind of uh, I think was a game-changing moment for Stars, where they could have wrapped the innings even for a lesser total, but that didn't happen. And He ended up scoring 75 runs. On the bowling side, I think Shashank Gowda was the pick of the bowlers, picking 4 wickets. That was a pleasant surprise, playing for Stars in the very first season. Ex FCC player. Uh, Again, I think that was the positive that they can take out in the on the bowling.
Nice.
And then chasing 75, I thought Stars should have definitely chased this one, but I think the batting woes kind of are continuing for them since the last season. Hopefully, we get our think tank together and get this sorted out as quickly as possible. Again, beginning of the season, hopefully we can get everything straightened out quickly. So if you look at the chase again, quick wickets in the very beginning, we were like almost like 5 wickets down for a score of 15, 17 runs. In the first 7 8 overs. Again, Shan and Sham put up a partnership together, like close to 40 runs. When they were going, it looked very easy. It looked like a totally different game altogether. They were scoring runs freely, and Gujarat Lions were kind of clueless at that point. But again, that cotton ball from Ronnie for Shan kind of changed the game. And then again, no partnerships again at that point. So clearly, lack of some game time is what I thought personally. Again, some application on the field would have definitely helped Stars win this game. But again, brilliant bowling performance. I think they bowled to their field. Ofir Masi picking 4 wickets, and I think he kind of changed the game on the bowling front for Gujarat Lions. Overall, a great game for Gujarat Lions, winning against the Stars and starting on a positive note. Obviously, they have a very good team. A couple of players were missing in the initial game. Add that to the roster, and they'll only look stronger, is what I thought. And one special mention, I saw a player called Neil Kant. I think we should watch out for that. He has a very good batting technique and is a very brilliant in the field. So I thought he didn't get going in this game, but definitely somebody to watch out for from Gujarat Lions.
Neil Kant.
Yeah, Neil Kant Patel.
Oh,
Mm.
Neil Kant Patel. Okay, 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 good. Okay, anyways, we will conclude tonight's show with this game. We have covered all the games, and Maulik Patel scored 34 runs for his team, and single-handedly won the game. And Ofer Messi, who took um, most of
Four
the
wickets.
wickets,
Mhm.
4 wickets, uh, uh, winning this game for Gujarat Lions, whereas he's the most happiest guy right now because he won this game. At the same time, he's enjoying the loss of gladiators. so so yeah.
So
So
yeah,
with that,
Ofir and Maulik, both ex
Molly,
Glads
both
players,
were ex
right? Yeah,
gladiators,
yeah,
yes.
yep.
Ah, right,
Mm.
right, right, right.
Okay, with that we will conclude tonight. So tonight's show we'll meet next week again. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Imti. Thanks you, Dinesh, and thanks a
Sure.
lot our listeners. And we have a heavy count of listeners tonight.